Hi everyone. So today in this video lecture we'll be talking about the most awaited lecture of all, the loops. Okay, I have used this term a lot of times in the previous lectures. So today itself we'll be talking about loops only. So without wasting any time, let's just move on to what loops are and what are the types of loops. So loops are, I'll like explain it as more of set of like it's more of a statement that allows you to sequentially access the data until the statement is true. Okay, so if I have this set of data 1 2 3 4 5 6 in programming language, if I want to move from this, like I want to access all these data sequentially, right, unless and until whatever statement I am providing is true, it is called as looping. And in Python we can do loops, we can use loops using two commands. One is while and another is for. So it is also called as while loop and for loop. Okay, so we'll first talk about while loop. Okay, so while loop is the loop that executes until the statement is correct. Okay, so over here you can make use of the conditional statements or comparison statements, logical statements as well. Okay, so just to give a simpler example, I have I equals to 0, right? So okay, so let's start with the problem statement first. I want to print first 10 numbers starting from 0. Okay, so first 10 numbers will be 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. Okay, I want to print all these. Okay, so how I can do that? So one thing is ki I do print of 0, print of 1 up to print of 9, right? So you can see right now you just have to print 10 digits. So okay, you do this, right? You write all the print commands and one by one and run your code and it will get printed. But what if I ask you to print 1000? You can't do it, right? So for this particular reason we use loops. Okay, so handling loops is very easy. You just need to make sure that you remember few of the logics over here. So whenever you are using the loop, okay, it will start from the particular index which you provide there. Like there will be a start and a end index. Okay, so loop will go from start till end minus 1. Okay, so whatever statement you are providing here, it should be greater than one value of what you want in your answer. Okay, so as I said ki I wanted like 10 numbers to be printed, and I know if I start from 0 and mark till 10, it will include 0 and exclude 10, but add all the numbers, like but loop through all the numbers between this, including this and excluding this. Okay, so I'll put start end as a 10. Okay, so I need to print 10 digits, so I will add 10 over here, like use 10 as my end variable. Okay, Now to write the code, what I'll do is ki I will start with I equal to 0. And now how while loop work is ki while your statement, like your conditional statement here, so why I is less than 10, I just want to print I, and over here you need to make sure you write this I plus plus, or in Python I'll say I plus equals to 1, because in the while statement you are just typing this over here. You have given a start, like you have only given a start index here and end index here, but you haven't provisioned it anyway कि it moves from start to end. Okay, so to make sure it moves from start to end, I am putting this I plus equals to 1. Okay, if I don't put this command, so it will continuously think that I equals to 0 and keep on printing I equals to 0 0 0 0 unless you get an error of stack overflow. Okay, or memory limit exceeded. So that's why I put this I plus equals to 1. So what will happen over here is ki when I equals to 0 and my while loop is I is less than 10, so I'll print I and I plus equals to 1. So what will happen is ki first my I is 0, it will get printed 0, and then in this statement it will do I equals to 1. Okay, I plus equals to 1, so it will increment the previous value of I by 1, and then again it will come to this because 1 is still less than 10, so this condition is still not true. So it will again execute this part of code. It will check 1 is less than 10, it is true, 1 is still less than 10, and then it will print I equals to 1, and then keep on printing till 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, and when it is printing 9, it will increment 9 plus equals 1, it will give me 10. So 10 is not equals to 10. Okay, so this statement will again be false. If 10 is less than equal to 10, this statement will be false, and my code will break through this, and it will come out here, and this part of code will not executed in this command. Okay, I hope you understood this very clearly. If not, just put up a comment in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer your query. Okay, now there are some other things that I would like to share in the while loop. So we have a pass statement, a continue statement, and a break statement. So what pass is कि it passes without doing any execution, and for continue it's also the same, but it passes and does not execute the further statements. Okay, and does not execute later statements. Okay, and for break, it just breaks the code there and leaves. Okay, so first I'll be talking about the break statement. Execute, I have to write it that statement only, and it will execute rest of the statements. Okay, now let's first discuss about the break statement. So I'll take the previous example only. I equals to 0 and y I is less than equals to 10. If I do print I, and if I put up a statement over here, if I equals to 3, I will be checking if my I is equals to 3, and do break over here, what do you think will happen? Okay, so initially my I is 0, it will print I, it will check if so first of all it will check over here, 0 is less than 10, it is true, so it will go over here, it will print I. Then it will check if I is equals to 3, this statement is not true, so it will ignore this part, ignore this part and move to I plus equals to 1. Then my I will become 1, it will again check this, print this, check for this, and then again go to over here, it will be 2, 2 will check this, print I, then check if 2 is equals to 3, this is false, so it will move to this, and then comes 3. Okay, so my I's value become 3, it checks over here, it prints I, and now it checks if I equals to 3, so this condition is now true. Okay, so now it, what I said in break, he breaks the code and then their end leaves. So when this statement becomes true and I have entered break over here, so what it will do, it will stop the execution of the loop. Okay, this stops the execution of while loop, there and then only. Okay, and this will be your answer from this. Okay, now second, I'll move to the continue statement. So again, same example, while I is less than 10, if I equals to 3, then I will continue, else I will print I and I plus equals to 1. Okay, actually let's remove this else statement over here. I'll just do print of I. Okay, so again, now what I have said ki continue statement passes and does not execute that particular statement. Okay, so it will not break the code will continue. So what will happen is ki 0 will get printed. Okay, okay, I should not be putting it over here, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so first it is 0, so my statement I plus equals to 1 is over here, so it will increase the value by 1, then check if I is equals to 3, it's not, then it will just print I, then it will do 2, right? So the 1 is still less than 10, so it will increment over here, it will go to 2, it is still not equal to 3, so it will just print I, and then now my I will become 3 over here. So what will happen is ki if I equals to 3, it will check this and it will continue this statement, so this execution will stop right here and move to this part. Okay, it will not come to the print statement. So this is the difference between break and continue. If I added break over here, the code will stop executing here and now only, but what the continue statement does is ki it does not stop the loop, but it moves it again to the while statement. So the 3 will not get printed. Now this code will start and I will become 4, then 5, then 6 and up to 9. Okay, so this is what continue statement do. Now if I have the pass statement, I equals to 0 while I is less than equal to 10, I plus equals to 1, if I equals to 3, then pass, else print of I. So same sequence will come 1, 2, and when it will become 3, so if I equals to 3, I am using pass. So as I said ki pass does nothing with the execution of the code, passes without doing anything. Okay, I'm sorry about my handwriting. I hope you are taking the notes while I'm speaking this. Okay, anyways, so this pass statement does not do anything. It will just pass it move past it and just print I. Okay, this would be more of like um, more helpful if instead of doing this print I, if I had else print I. So what this particular statement have done, ki if I equals to 3, then it will pass. As I said, this if else is one code block, right? And if one of the statements is executed and is true, then it does not move to the next statement. Okay, so if this was the case, it would have been 1 2 4 5 6 again. But if I have removed else from here, now this pass statement is of in like no use, so it's just a part of like code which you can, even if you comment it, it would not do anything. Okay, so it will just print 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9. Okay, so this is how pass, continue and break are different from each other. Okay, uh yeah, I think this lecture has gone too far. I'll be explaining the second type of loop, for loop, in the next lecture. I hope you understood the while loop and everything associated with it. Let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, please do like to my channel, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful day. Bye.